All right, one of my subscribers just sent me this video to watch. Happy Halloween, by the way. Waiting for the wife and the kids to get ready, so got a second. Gonna watch this video and then react to it. He said that guy Matty Active is making more videos, hating on mountain biking, saying that the industry is dying. Mountain biking is dying. Everybody's leaving it. Oh no. Let's watch.
In almost 6 years of riding now, I've been able to ride bikes from a $200 pawn shop bike all the way up to a $10,000 Yeti and everything in between.
He's reviewed some badass bikes over the years. That Fuel EX, nice bike. The Remedy, the Trek Slash. I wasn't a big fan of that high pivot though, that's for sure.
Riding these bikes started to give me a false sense of reality, giving me the mindset that I had to ride more often, and when I did ride, I had to ride the trails that were more suitable for the bike that I was riding.
So you got a good bike, it got you stoked to go ride, and it made you want to push your limits more and ride more advanced trails? What's the problem here? I don't get it. Oh, let's keep watching. Yeah, that looks like a fun trail. Now we're talking. Ride some technical chunk.
This stuff is so sketch. Like oh my.
No, he's not liking it. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. GoPro effect is real, right? That trail may not look that steep here because we're watching it on his GoPro chesty POV footage, but I'm telling you, in person, these trails can be a lot more technical.
I'm literally like death grip.
But that's good. Don't you like that? I love that, like that butterfly, oh shit feeling, but you make it through it. That's why I ride, man. You're never more alive. You're never more present in the moment than when you're pushing your limits, when you're like right there on the verge. Of course, you don't want to push it too far. You don't want to like crash, but I love that stuff. That's one of the reasons why I ride. That's what my channel's all about, getting stoked to go ride adrenaline-filled descents.
But when I started riding other more practical bikes, things started to make a lot more sense. I consider myself a casual mountain biker.
More casual mountain biker. More casual, okay. Well, you know what? I've been watching his videos over the years, and let's look back. Let's look back at some of his older videos, okay? And you can see when you start looking back, I got a hypothesis. Let's just roll with me for a second. Let me look back at some of his older videos, and yep, okay. See, I see what's happening. I got you, Matty. I got you. I see what's happening here. See, one of the brutal truths with being a YouTuber, those older videos he made, that's what I was looking up, those older videos he made on those more expensive bikes, that more niche core mountain bike audience, the type of guys like you and me that ride those more expensive bikes. Now, I'm not saying they're not too expensive, don't get me wrong. The bike prices have surged, things are way too expensive, but those high-end bikes, he was making videos on those and he wasn't getting that good of views. Then he started making videos hating on the expensive bikes, talking shit about them, talking down on the mountain bike industry, talking about how it's all dying, and relating more to what he calls the more casual rider that he says is like 95% of the mountain bikers out there. But here's the thing, you know, the 95% of the mountain bikers out there that I ride with, that I see on the trails, they love riding those badass mountain bikes. They love that it makes them want to push their limits and ride more advanced trails. And I'm realizing after watching this, and I'm realizing more and more now like who he's talking to and who he's talking about, because he's one of those pandemic riders. They came in through the surge, and that's why he sees mountain bike industry and mountain biking as a whole is dying, because there was a massive surge of all these people that came into mountain biking, got into the sport, bought way too expensive of bikes, realized that they couldn't hack it, they didn't like those adrenaline-filled descents, and now they're leaving and they've been getting out of it. And that 95% that he's talking about, that he represents, they're never core mountain bikers. They're always just passing through. The mountain bike industry surged during the pandemic. They were always gonna leave. Now they're leaving. Mountain bike industry isn't dying. I get it. It's hurting. There's a lot of things with tariffs and all the political bullshit and stuff that's affecting a lot of different industries. But like, I still go out and ride, get stoked, and all the people I rode with before are still riding, crushing it, having tons of fun on the trails. So Let's keep watching. See what else he has to say.
Companies are asking customers to pay premium prices for bikes that the mountain bike community would consider entry-level mountain bikes.
He's got a point. Mountain bike prices are freaking ridiculous, for sure. He's got a point. They're too expensive. You can definitely get a cheaper bike. I'm definitely one of those guys. I have admitted it before in the past. I spend way too much money on mountain bikes. Even when I buy an expensive mountain bike, like this Rebel Rascal right here that costs $5,000, I'll still spend more money like I did recently upgrading it. That's just what I love doing, man. I love riding those bikes. And I love nothing more than when I get a bike that's almost too good for me to where it makes me like have to really push my limits on the trail to be able to get that same adrenaline rush. I don't want to ride a rigid bike so I can ride slower and slower and get an adrenaline rush off of every little pebble that I hit on a flat trail. To me, that's not fun.
Just like Apple, the bike industry created unnecessary problems so that they can turn around and sell you a solution.
I don't think that the mountain bike industry, first of all, let's talk about this. Let's address what he was saying right there. I don't think the mountain bike industry created unnecessary problems. I think it's just part of, when you're selling a product, when you have a company, you built this company around selling a mountain bike, and you continually want to make that product better and better, and you want people to come back every year and keep buying these bikes. So you're going to keep looking for more niche ways to make your bike better, even if it's just marginally, like wireless shifting, wireless dropper posts. There are some things like headset cable routing and stuff that you could say were maybe unnecessary and a step back, but I don't think they're creating problems. I think that's just part of you as a brand trying to continue to find ways to sell a better and better product. Some of it's unnecessary, but I don't know. I kind of get what he's saying, but I don't think that they're creating problems. And then let's kind of address the second thing. He keeps talking about the mountain bike industry because he has gone out to like Trek in the past. Trek was like promoting black influencers or whatever, so they brought him out there. They wanted him to start doing more Trek videos, or like Walmart has brought him out to their headquarters, and which is cool for him, man. I'm all about it. I loved his videos at the start. I liked it before he really started hating on stuff. He was doing a lot of cool stuff. But when he's talking about the industry and these big, massive corporations and companies, that's cool, but like that doesn't represent everybody that's creating mountain bikes out there. There's a lot of smaller niche companies like Revel Bikes, like Trail One Components. A lot of the companies that I try and represent are just like, I've rode with the dudes. They're like fellow mountain bikers like me who are passionate about it, who started making mountain bikes because that's what they love doing, and they wanted to make, the best bike for the type of trails that they love riding. So I don't think that they're out there trying to fool or trick anybody or create problems. But a lot of this stuff, there's a sprinkles of truth in things he's saying, but he's definitely like YouTubing the shit out of this and overhyping it and fear mongering and just kind of like, fucking what you do to get views, right? I mean, he gets a lot of views. He's making good money. So he got lots of affiliate sales, and he found like that 95% of the people that love him and follow him. So props to him, man. Yeah. He definitely follows those stats, right? And that's like, I think he wasn't getting good enough views making videos about those more expensive bikes. So he wanted to find an audience that he could talk to. And if you watch his videos, he really doesn't know what he's talking about that much when it comes to mountain bikes. So if he's talking to that beginner rider, the guy that doesn't know anything about mountain bikes either, that casual rider, the person that doesn't know much about mountain bikes either, then they're not gonna call him out. And that's kind of where he found his audience. That's where he started making money and getting lots of views. But don't pretend like you're there, the hero, calling out the big bad industry. Get out of here, man. Quit playing the victim card.
I've never seen so many people in a sport that most people don't care about anyway alienate so many people but still expect to grow.
There's people out there like him, people that hate on the mountain bike industry and the mountain bike community. It's because they hate you because they don't fit in and they could never understand you. This kind of brings me back to, like, actually this brings me back to a time I spent on deployment. I flew Apache helicopters, you know, the ones with the big rockets, missiles, and guns. And we would always talk about like the engagements we had, and we took out the terrorists, and you know, we're out there with the spec ops guys. And when you get back to the base and the other people, the fobbits, the people that hide behind the wire all day long, they always thought we were like pretentious, and they could never understand, like, why do you guys talk about nothing but guns and shooting people and things like that? It's like, you guys wouldn't understand. You guys don't know what it's like to be, you know, at that elite level on the front lines. I'm you know, getting off course here, rabbit hole. Sorry, went off course here, but I just, you know, kind of, let's tie that back in. So if there's gonna be haters out there, and when they're hating on you, a lot of times it's because they just don't understand you. You see me, I ride mountain bikes and those adrenaline-filled descents because I have some PTSD and I've been through some shit. And for me, when I'm out there, when I'm riding the most technical trail possible, that's when all the bullshit in this world just fades away. That's when I've never been more present in that moment. I've never had more fun. I've never felt more alive. And I crave those moments. And I need a mountain bike that's gonna keep up with those moments and make me wanna push myself and ride more and more advanced trails. I don't know, if you agree with me, smash a thumbs up. If not, then freaking leave the video and go watch Matty Active or something, I don't know. I'm sounding like a hater. I'm sorry. Just try and keep an open mind. Let's watch what this guy's saying.
Then we had the Ozark Trail dual slalom hit the scene, and people got up in arms about that.
People got up in arms that you guys were saying the bike was revolutionary when it's... I had some harsh things to say about the Ozark Trail, and people hated me for it. There's a massive following. Him and all the other pandemic riders that are just passing through, they hate on you if you tell them the realities, tell them the truth about their Walmart bike.
The thing that really baffles me is how, because I'm trying to get more people into the sport at a lower cost, then I have to be getting paid by someone. But whether you believe this or not, people actually do still make videos to genuinely try to help people and not just for their own benefit.
You're capitalizing on the wider audience that's just getting into the sport, that don't know enough about mountain biking to call you out on the stuff that you say, and you're doing it to get clicks, views, and make money. Don't act like the hero here, bro. Oh gosh. It is a lot. It's mountain biking's expensive for sure. All right, let's get to the end of this. I think I've seen enough.
The industry fails to look at it from a new rider's perspective. They only focus on the existing riders.
Okay, the industry fails to look at it from a new rider's perspective. Okay, there are mountain bike companies like Walmart selling bikes like the Ozark Trail that are perfect for you and the 95% of the people that are those casual riders. But this big bad mountain bike industry you're talking about, there are a bunch of people like the guys at Rebel Bikes, like the guys at Worldwide Cyclery Trail and Components, that are hardcore mountain bikers, that are like me, that love those black diamond, adrenaline-filled descents, jumps, drops. They love that stuff. So when they make bikes and parts and components, they make the most badass bike they could make and the most badass components they could make that'll keep up with that style riding. And you're right, that's a much niche, much smaller part of mountain biking that's gonna buy that type of bike. So they can't make them for as cheap. They're not selling them to as big of, supply and demand, right? They're not supplying as many bikes, and they have to charge those higher. Are the prices too much? Yes, they're too much, but man, you're hating on the mountain bike industry. You're saying mountain biking is dying, and it's just not. Like, the mountain bike bubble, you and all your casual riders are passing through, and you guys are riding off into the sunset. See you later. Bye-bye. Yeah, there's a dip right now, but it's not dying. It's leveling out. It's right-sizing. The mountain bike industry is right-sizing. That's it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Thanks, subscriber, for sending this video to me. I appreciate it. I guess. Why does it piss me off? Why do I care? Like, whatever. See you guys in the next one. Get stoked, go ride, and have fun.